Of course, I will talk here as a civil servant of the National Research Council of Italy. And my presentation will focus on the comparison of two methodologies to assess research on a national scale, that is peer review methodology and bibliometric methodology. My position, I will say it straightforward, is just the opposite as those of my colleagues, because I strongly believe that for national scale research assessment exercises, bibliometrics should replace peer review, at least for the hard sciences. And I'm going to try to demonstrate why it is true. Okay, when we compare two measurement systems, we need to compare them along a number of dimensions. That is what we want from a measurement system. First of all, that it is accurate. It's robust. That means that when we change the conditions of measurement, the outcome of the measurement is the same. We want that it's reliable. That is the measurement system actually measuring what we want that it measures. We want it functional. That is, that it serves our objectives. And also, we want that it doesn't cost so much and that the execution time is short. And well, let me start from the last dimensions. Well, cost. The cost of a bibliometric system that I'm going to present you, that we have developed in Italy, it's named ORP, it costs around 5% of a peer review exercise. I mean 5% of direct and indirect costs of a peer review exercise. The time of execution is around 2 months as compared to about 2 years for a peer review evaluation exercise. Functionality. A peer review evaluation exercise doesn't assess the performance of individuals. But if the macroeconomic aim is to allocate resources to universities and public research organizations on the basis of merit in order to improve research outcomes, then universities should have a means to allocate themselves internally resources on the basis of merit. But if you don't give a means to universities to know who is performing better within the university, we do not reach the macroeconomic aim. Accuracy. Well, is human judgment on merits the same? When we assess a single product or single products, literature has shown that there is no difference. If we rank products according to a peer review assessment or according to a bibliometric assessment, there is a strong and significant correlation between the two rankings. And we have shown this for the first Italian exercise, the VTR. Right. Robustness. What's the problem with peer review? Well, a research organization is a production system. The difference from manufacturing is that we produce new knowledge. And the principal indicator of efficiency of a production system is productivity. Now, because of the huge cost of evaluating all research output, peer review needs to limit the assessment to a small share of the overall output. So it cannot measure productivity. While bibliometrics can evaluate all research outputs. Robustness. Because research universities are research at public research institutions are evaluated on a small share of the total product. What happens if we change the size of this share? For example, in the first Italian exercise, only 8.9% of all products in the hard sciences were evaluated. What happens if we change this share, for example, to 10%, 15%, 20%. I'll show you what happened. This is an example for the discipline of physics. All 46 universities carrying out research in physics in Italy. And we see we have assessed the performance of universities varying the size in 8 different scenarios, 10, 20, 30%, and so on. And you see that the ranks of each university, see, for example, University of Verona. Well, it ranges from the 4th rank to the last position. You see, this is very volatile. So the outcome of the peer review exercise is a volatile ranking. It depends strongly on the size of the share of the products that we review. What about then the effectiveness? Are the universities really submitting the best products that they produce? This is an example of the old disciplines in the hard sciences. We see here, for example, in agricultural sciences, industrial engineering, about 30% of the products submitted for the first evaluation exercise in Italy had a quality which was below the median of the portfolio of the products of the universities. So are we really assessing the best output? And now I present you the biomedical system that we have developed in order to overcome these limits. And this system is quite unique in the world, not so much because it classifies publications by subject category as all other databases do, but above all because we, through a disambiguation algorithm, we assign each publication to the real author. And then we classify authors by field, and we compare the performance of each author with all the other researchers in the same field of research. And this is fundamental. It's quite unique because this system is not, we have it in Italy only because the Ministry of Research classifies researchers in scientific disciplinary sectors, but in no other countries in the world, to the best of my knowledge, something like this exists. So to give you an idea of the dimension of our database, we start from 2001, and we disambiguate all public research institutions in Italy, universities, research hospitals, and so on. And you can see the publication classification that we use, researcher classifications. The figures in brackets are regard the hard sciences. So what we do, we match each publication to its real author and institution. We rate and rank productivity of individual researchers in the same field first, and then of groups, departments, fields, disciplines, and universities. We normalize productivity to the number of co-authors, and in the life science, by order of authors in the list of authors, which is very important in your field. These are our performance indicators. The ones in white refer to the single researcher. The ones in yellow refer to the research unit, for example, scientific disciplinary sector. And the main indicators are the ones in red. That is, all bibliometricians use the impact, the normalized impact. That is the number of citations normalized by the median or average of all citations of the publications published in the same year and belonging to the same subject category of the publication stake. And through this, we can compare researchers in terms of performance. This is a case, a real case. These are 2 professors of the University of Milan. They are professors in clinical medicine, and here you have all the indicators. The one in yellow is our key indicator. It's the impact. And what do you think? Who is the better? That's the average production per year. the first, John Doe the first? Well, if we analyze this more in detail, we see that John Doe the first carries out research in Med 15, blood diseases, while John Doe II carries out research in vascular surgery. The intensity of publication and citations in the two fields are very different. So if we compare John Doe I with all his colleagues carrying out research in blood diseases, we see that his rank is comparatively lower than the one of Joe II. That's the percentile rank, okay? 100 is the top, 0 is the bottom. From here onward, we can compare departments. This is the agricultural science, this is the agricultural science discipline. We can compare disciplines. Oh, that's a department. Researchers within a department. You see these are researchers belonging to different fields of research, and the last column is the percentile ranking of these researchers. So we can see the John Doe the 17th is the top one in this department. And from this we can compare departments within the same school of medicine, for example, here. We see that surgery is the #1 department in this university, and pharmacology is the #2. And here we can assess the performance of disciplines as compared to all other universities. The same disciplines, you see that in the fields of in mathematics, you see that, for example, this university is very good in computer science and very good in mathematical logic, but weak in probability and statistics as compared to all other universities. And then through an algorithm, we can compare the university disciplinary areas. And then you can see that this university is #1 in civil engineering, and it's very low instead in 5 is biology, I think. So, conclusions. As far as national research assessment exercise, replace, substitute peer review with bibliomedics in the hard sciences. Count only what counts and be aware of what you cannot count. Adopt a bottom-up assessment approach. When you see rankings starting from an aggregated level, university level, or department level, without starting from the single individual, they are wrong. They are distorted. Be wary of any productivity rankings at aggregate level only, and above all, international comparisons that you see in the newspapers, in the media, and unfortunately at times also in the literature, are not feasible yet. Thank you.